Success Sundays. Every Sunday, I'm gonna be bringing you a little motivation, a little tips and whatnot to get your life in track. Just because where I started, I didn't really have nobody to guide me. I had to figure out things the hard way. So if I can help people just understand things a little bit easier to help better their lives in any way that I can, then my job is done essentially. Anyway, all right. So today we are going to focus on three different things that can help you become the best version of yourself. All right. Um, First, I want to talk about the power of keeping a productive daily routine. Now, I feel like for me, when I just was going through the day aimlessly without setting goals, whatever, I was not getting far at all. So eventually, I started structuring my day. Now my daily routine consists of reading, meditating, working on my purpose, working out, and eating healthy. And I notice when I consistently do these things every single day, my life gradually improves. All right. So I believe I know for a fact that keeping a productive daily routine can set you on a path to greatness. All right. Because it really helps to have your day structured, so you aren't wandering aimlessly. I know some people can get by just fine without any type of routine, but I'm not one of those people. I was at this conference the other day, and I noticed that this one guy, he was a speaker, and he walked around to different people, and he'll ask just a few different questions from each person that was doing a speech, and he took his conversation and created a speech out of that. So some people are able to get by without some real structure. They can just do things on the fly, but those are exceptions to the rule. For me, I thrive when I put structure to it. I tried to do this exact speech, and at last week, and after about four, like 3 to 4 minutes, I was like, all right, I ran out of things to talk about because it wasn't structured. So today is a little bit more structured. So yeah, we're gonna see how I do. But anyway, so yeah, another reason why you should keep a productive daily routine because it builds discipline and willpower. All right, if you consistently follow a routine, it trains your mind to stay disciplined, which strengthens your ability to push through challenges and resist distractions. Also, it creates small wins. So, like, if you know that you can knock out, like how I mentioned, reading, meditating, working on my purpose, working out, and eating healthy are my daily routines. If I notice that every single day I can force myself to work out, then it's like, okay, I can every single day I force myself to run on a treadmill for 30 minutes. All right. So I know if I consistently do this, I know I can force myself to run for 35 minutes. All right. So okay, I can consistently do this, then I know I can force myself to run 40 minutes. So that's just the importance of just giving yourself small wins because eventually it'll add up. So if you notice that okay, you working all day, right? You working 9 to 5, you get home, you tired, but you be like, okay, let me just work on the things that I need to work on for 10 minutes. All right. The day after that, you be like, okay, let me do 15 minutes. All right. So you just constantly build up on on the things that you need to work on just a little bit, and eventually that it'll add up. Yeah. And like giving yourself those small wins helps a lot of different ways. Even for me, when I used to wrestle, I remember I started off my first year of wrestling. I went 0-4. You feel me? I I lost. I got pinned in every single match when I was a freshman. I really didn't even understand wrestling. I joined wrestling because my mom like took forever to pick me up from school. So it was either join the wrestling team or wait outside in the cold. So I was like, all right, I'll just join wrestling. So yeah, so I got pinned every single match. So I had no confidence. Then the next year, again, I came to the dilemma either wait outside in the cold or join wrestling. So I wrestled again, but luckily we had a new coach. But I didn't have any confidence because I was 0-4 the year before. So I just wrestled JV. Even though I was probably eventually got better than the main starter, I just joined JV and I went 15-0 on JV. And then the next year I went 36-7 on varsity. So those small varsity wins eventually gave me the confidence to thrive when it came to varsity. So again, give yourself small wins every single day. Just like so, say you don't have no routine right now. All you got to do is say, okay, tomorrow, you said you want a routine to start reading. Tomorrow, just say, all right, I'm gonna read for 5 minutes. All right, you do that, you get 5 minutes out the way, you be like, okay, that was easy. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Let me say, day after day, I'm gonna read 7 minutes, and go on, like that. Yeah, but really, what you really want to even focus on more is figure out what it is that is your purpose and work towards that every day and see how you can aim to work, constantly work to improve on that. For me, it's boxing, not even just like fighting, but being a coach. So I'm working on either making videos to help people or watching a lot of films. So I say, okay, this month I might try to watch 20 hours of film. Next month I'm gonna try to do 25 and just build on that. I know if I done did it this month, I can do it the next month easily. All right. So overall, a routine encourages good habits and consistency. And when it comes to achieving any type of success, habits compound over time and they produce lasting results. Yep. So if you, like I say, if you need to know how to create a small habit, just start small. Like I said, start. If you want to start learning how to play the piano, 5 minutes one day, 6 minutes the next day, 10 minutes the next day. Just build on it. All right. And yeah, just keep improving that way. But anyway, so let's go on to the next. If you're overall though, oh, not overall, but all right. Just so the first point we had is keep a productive daily routine. All right. So keep a productive daily routine. Number two is consistently outwork everyone, especially yourself. All right. If you're working in a competitive field, you have to do more than your competitors. All right. And pretty much any type of work is competitive. Or if you own a restaurant, you gotta have better marketing. You gotta have better food. You gotta constantly be creating content so people can even learn about your place. Do stuff for the community. Yeah, because that'll set you apart from. All right, if they know that this restaurant is giving back to the community and this isn't, but that food tastes the same, people might want to go with the one that's giving back to the community. So just figure out ways that people will want to choose you over people over here. All right. But not even just that. Like when it comes to outwork, everyone is. I noticed one time when I was back when I was fighting, this one dude, he was like 6 foot. I mean, in my eyes, he looked like he was like 6'7". He might have been like 6'2", but I'm a solid 5'2", 5'3", and we would do we were doing Muay Thai, and he would just keep me out with these front kicks. I couldn't do nothing. Like I could not get in, and it was frustrating. So I started doing private sessions with my coach. I started going in the mornings, going in the evenings, doing work on my own. Like I was training a lot, like 4-5 hours a day for real. Then about a few months later, I ain't seen him that much, and I kind of I didn't necessarily avoid him, but I didn't. We didn't always get a chance to spar against each other. But when we finally did, I beat the brakes off, dog, because I was putting in work. I was doing way more than he was. All right. So whenever you feel like there's a situation, especially in fighting, if somebody's just getting the best of you, just work, do way more. All right. You gotta go above and beyond. All right. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's consistent. It's consistency. All right. Especially in a thing like boxing, when y'all are literally, most boxers, especially pro boxers, are doing the same thing. It's not like one person is doing their workout routine is completely different. It's really the same. You feel me? Sometimes it's just this person might do 4 days a week, maybe 5. This person might have to do 6 or 7, maybe mornings and evenings. Just putting in a little bit more work, and that's gonna set you apart. All right, but you got to also make sure you are training the right things. Um, but yeah, so that's also important. But yeah, I wonder if this thing had comment sections because I did want to ask y'all something. But all right, I'll figure it out. Anyway, um, number 3. All right, when it comes to achieving the best version of yourself, make sacrifices when necessary. All right, and I'm not talking about sacrificing your soul. I'm talking about make sacrifices that, like, say, you gotta. All right, when it comes back to boxing, there'll be times when I know I got a fight coming up, and I know I need to focus on this fight. I need to go to practice. I maybe need to get up for practice early the next day. So somebody might hit me up like, "Yo, it's my birthday. come on out with us, boom, whatever. I'm gonna have to sacrifice that. I gotta say no. I can't have that extra fun. I can't spend that extra time with family sometimes, especially I got a fight coming up. Especially if I got for now that I'm not fighting for real. I remember that some friends asked me to hang out one time, and I wanted to finish the YouTube video. I wanted to finish editing it, and I was like, "Nah, I can't even go out right now. I gotta finish editing this video." And it might sound silly to them, so I didn't even tell them what the reason was, but that's because a lot of people don't understand your purpose. They don't understand your like what it is that you're passionate about. They can't see it from your perspective. All right, but as long as you do, that's all that matters. All right, so you know what you have to do, and you know what you have to sacrifice in order to get the things that you want in life. All right, so yeah, make sacrifices when necessary. So I'm gonna just go over everything again when it comes to achieving the best version of yourself. We have to keep a productive daily routine, consistently outwork everyone, especially yourself, and make sacrifices when necessary. All right. But yeah, I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I'm gonna just end it with a quote that I live by. To be successful at anything, you don't have to be different. You simply have to be what most people aren't. Consistent. All right. So as long as you stay consistent in anything, all right, like and I noticed that when it comes to people that I train now, like there's this one kid I used to train. He was like 6, all right, but it still shows like he would come once a week, but he some days he will be every other week, like because he might miss a week. Stuff happen. So I noticed after training for like 5 months, he might miss 4 weeks. All right. And then I asked him one day, I'm like, throw the jab. He's like, wait, what's the jab again? Mind you, he's 6, but still, you should know what the jab is. You've been here for 5, like, nah. So I made him do 50 push-ups. But the point is, if he was being consistent, that wouldn't even be a problem. But even and consistency, even if it's once a week, which not gonna do much for most people, but it's better than nothing. All right. But uh at the end of the day, if you consistently outwork everyone, especially yourself, you just show up every single day. You constantly work hard. Don't put things off. It's a simple stuff y'all done heard or everyone say, but it's just sometimes you need reminders, and you just got to keep it in your head that that's what you have to do. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. I'm gonna be back at y'all next week with another message. So stay tuned for that. All right, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, y'all.